Good morning, everybody. Kurt Rish here, and thank you for joining me on One Shepherd. So today we are continuing with our reading of the Old Testament book of 1 Kings, chapter 5. Now Hiram, king of Tyre, sent his servants to Solomon, because he heard they had anointed him king in place of his father. For Hiram had always loved David. Then Solomon sent to Hiram, saying, You know how my father David could not build a house for the name of the Lord his God, because of the wars which he fought against him on every side, until the Lord put his foes under the soles of his feet. But now the Lord my God has given me rest on every side. There is neither adversary nor evil occurrence. And behold, I propose to build a house for the name of the Lord my God, as the Lord spoke to my father David, saying, Your son, whom I will set on your throne in your place, he shall build the house for my name. Now, therefore, command that they cut down cedars for me from Lebanon, and my servants will be with your servants, and I will pay you wages for your servants according to whatever you say. For you know there is none among us who has skill to cut timber like the Sidonians. So it was, when Hiram heard the words of Solomon, that he rejoiced greatly and said, Blessed be the Lord this day, for he has given David a wise son over this great people. Then Hiram sent to Solomon, saying, I have considered the message which you sent me, and I will do all you desire concerning the cedar and cypress logs. My servants shall bring them down from Lebanon to the sea. I will float them in rafts by sea to the place you indicate to me, and I will have them broken apart there. Then you can take them away, and you shall fulfill my desire by giving food for my household. Then Hiram gave Solomon cedar and cypress logs according to all his desire. And Solomon gave Hiram 20,000 cores of wheat as food for his household, and 20 cores of pressed oil. Thus Solomon gave to Hiram year by year. So the Lord gave Solomon wisdom, as he had promised him, and there was peace between Hiram and Solomon, and the two of them made a treaty together. Then King Solomon raised up a labor force out of all Israel, and the labor force was 30,000 men, and he sent them to Lebanon, 10,000 a month in shifts. They were 1 month in Lebanon and 2 months at home. Adoniram was in charge of the labor force. Solomon had 70,000 who carried burdens, and 80,000 who quarried stone in the mountains, besides 3,300 from the chiefs of Solomon's deputies, who supervised the people who labored in work. And the king commanded them to quarry large stones, costly stones, and hewn stones, to lay the foundation of the temple. So Solomon's builders, Hiram's builders, and the Jebusites quarried them, and they prepared timber and stones to build the temple. Now we do have a word study here, guys. The word is stone. The Hebrew word is eben, and is Strong's Concordance number 68. The stones that littered the landscape of the ancient Middle East were used in numerous ways. They were the building materials for houses, cities, walls, and fortifications. Stones were also used for religious purposes, to build sacred pillars and altars. Sometimes stones were piled up as a memorial that marked the site of a divine revelation, or a significant event in the life of an individual or a nation. Because a stone was commonly used as a foundation for a structure, God himself was called the Stone of Israel. But Isaiah also described the Lord as the stone of stumbling for those Israelites who rejected him. These same images were applied to Jesus Christ in the New Testament. Guys, that's it for our reading of the Old Testament book of 1 Kings chapter 5. Thanks so much for joining us. May you have a great day, and God bless.